Welcome to the tutorial on the Add Listing function of flexMLS Web. To add a listing, click Add under Add Change on the menu. The Add Listing screen is organized by tabs at the top of the screen. Begin entering the listing on the General tab, where you set the property type and listing member information. On the Address tab, enter all available address information. With a long drop-down list, such as a city or subdivision, select the field and type in the first character of the item to jump to that portion of the list. Some fields are related to each other, so that a selection in one field will dictate which selections are available in another field. For example, in some MLSs, if you select a city, you will only see zip codes that are valid options for that city. After you have finished entering address data, click Next. At this point, the flexMLS system will search records for a matching address on the map. You may choose to use one of the suggested locations or manually locate the listing. The Main Fields tab will include the main listing fields designated by your MLS. Hover your cursor over any information bubble for details about constraints on a field. If constraints are in place, the information within that field must conform to those constraints in order for the listing to be saved. Required fields are indicated in bracketed red text. All required fields must be completed for the listing to be added. To expedite the process of adding the listing, you may choose to display required fields only or empty required fields only. Showing only the empty required fields allows you to quickly enter all necessary information to complete your listing. You can choose all fields again to display all available fields for the listing. The Details tab includes information about amenities, appliances, and other detailed information about your listing. Enter room information under the Rooms tab by selecting the room type from the drop-down list and entering the information as available. On the Export tab, set your listing export options, which vary according to your MLS. If you do not have all the necessary information accessible, you may save a listing in an incomplete form by clicking Save Incomplete. Saving as incomplete allows you to save your currently entered information without generating a listing number. You may then return to the incomplete listing to finish adding the listing at your convenience. To access your incomplete listings from the dashboard, click My Incomplete under Add Change on the menu. On the Incomplete Listings screen, the description column at the right will give a brief overview of the incomplete listing. Click Edit to resume entry of listing information or to add photos to the incomplete listing. When you have completed entering the listing information, click Add Listing to generate the listing number. Your listing has been added and a list number generated. From this screen, you may click Continue to continue to the Change Listing screen for your newly created listing. You also have the option to copy the newly created listing, or you may add another listing. Select the radio button next to your choice to proceed. We'll proceed to the Change Listing screen to look at a few key options there. On the Change Listing screen, you may add a supplement to your listing. A supplement is a 10,000 character field for supplemental information about a listing. From the Change Listing screen, you may also add, edit, or remove photos, edit the map location, link to videos and virtual tours, and make changes to listing information. For more information on the Change Listing screen, please refer to the Change Listing tutorial. This concludes the tutorial on the Add Listing function of flexMLS Web. Thank you.